forward!
Pass me that arc light spanner!
So we draw.
Hey, give me a minute!
Get a nice little way to clear. Not unexpected.
I've got a huge gun! Ready for action!
Yep. So, oh, that's an interesting. So, okay. So we get to play out Stormwind Champion, which is awesome.
Don't mess with Tusker! Suck steel, swine!
Hey, give me a minute!
You can see how powerful having charge on minions that don't normally have it can be. Or how having charge on minions that don't normally have it can be super powerful.
For the Alliance! I've got a huge gun! Bingo!
Give that minion
Suck
turn.
steel!
Oh, that's an interesting interaction that I had not realized, is that normally this would give the Shield Master charge, but the effect from the Stormwind Champion makes it a 4 before this has a chance to activate. It's one of those weird little things you don't actually get to see that often.
You're in trouble now.
Yep. There goes what his plan was to deal with my board. So that is why Corruption is not a good card, because it doesn't deal with something right away. Alright. Warrior, and if I were playing World of Warcraft with this account, I could go and get my Hearthstone. Awesome. Alright, so one more game. Let's see. What is a good one to play? Let's go ahead and go with Shaman, which I think is a fun kind of random element type of class to play around with.
Thrall versus Thrall!
For Doomhammer, the elements will destroy you.
All right, I'm pretty okay with this this opening. I like the Acidic Swamp Ooze because there is a classic card that gives the Shaman a weapon. So I'm actually going to be holding on to this. There's actually a couple different classic Shaman weapons. So the Acidic Swamp Ooze could be useful in this matchup if my opponent has those cards. So I'm actually going to end up holding on to the Swamp Ooze for a little while just to play around that possibility. And the nice thing is we have the Bloodfen Raptor for a turn 2 play. And against the Shaman, you constantly really want to be killing their totems because their totems add such synergy to their other cards. So this is just a really excellent totem killer. You can tell this person has actually played a little bit too because they have a unique card back. Which means that they are likely to have some cards that are not just part of the basic set. And I believe that card back was the month that Goblins vs. Gnomes was introduced, if I recall correctly. Let's see if we deal with a weapon this turn. Nope, no weapon. That's a good totem for him to get. Let's see if I can get a better one.
Job's done.
And I did. Means that my guy is likely to survive another turn, which is ultimately a good thing. Or not. So this turn I am probably going to play out the Dragonling mechanic, because next turn I kind of want to play out the Frostwolf Warlord and get some extra value off of that. Or maybe I might not be doing that. I might actually be playing out... This is an interesting turn for sure, because I don't want him to draw more cards, but I also don't want to leave up that Flame Tongue Totem. So I think I'm going to be end up doing the...
What to do?
Yeah.
Job's done.
Alright, it's a thing that can happen there. Yep, so a couple extra cards that you're not going to see in the base. I'm going to give it a little bit more reach. Oof. Alright, so turn 6.
Job's done.
And again, I really don't like leaving that Manatide Totem up, but I don't really have a choice, unfortunately. The Flame Tongue Totem is a good one that you unlock a little bit later. It's unfortunately not in the base 10 that you get from the start. But this is an interesting interaction that I haven't seen in a little while. Turn 7. I definitely need him to stop drawing cards.
Tazdingo!
Don't mess with Tusk.
So let's go and get a taunt out. What I'm kind of afraid of now is that he's going to Lightning Storm and just wipe out my board completely. Which is a very, very real possibility at this point. The other thing I'm going to end up needing to do is try and bait out a Hex, because this Frostwolf Warlord, while completely awesome,
I wonder.
is pretty much negated by just one card in the hand.
Jammer!
Just me and Mr. Bite.
Suck steel, swine.
Job's done.
Alright. It's kind of open for a healing totem there, but it did not come, unfortunately. An interesting choice.
Systems online.
Okay. I can't say I understand the choice, but it's definitely one you can make. Now I'm hoping for a hex to get pulled, but it doesn't, so oh well.
One shot, one kill.
Tazingo! Yeah!
Suck, steal, swine!
I'm also really hoping that he doesn't pull a lightning storm.
Feel the power.
Oof.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Yeah.
Suck, steal, swine!
The shot.
Job's done.
So the chance that he doesn't have a hex is incredibly, incredibly low right now, given the number of cards that he's drawn through his deck. Basically, at this point, I'm just hoping that he doesn't have it in hand, but again,
Back, you scabby
really
toots.
unlikely. Although the fact that he can just snap play it gives me a better idea of the chances now.
What to do?
Ready to ride.
Alright, so that's actually a good draw here.
For the Horde!
So we trade off the totem. It's going to trade a taunt up, which we did.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Actually, I should have kept the other totem up there, just to have that extra body on the board, but yeah. And also to lessen the chance of getting that particular totem again.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Push forward.
For the Horde!
Okay. Have a better board position, but he has more cards in hand, which can oftentimes be the deciding factor in a lot of games. He's also got cards like that in his
Feel the
deck.
power.
So the hope here is that I can outvalue him somehow. Which it looks like I will be able to do.
We must cleanse the Sunwell. Push forward.
And again, I continue to hold on to the acidic swamp ooze. I'm probably starting to get past the point where I need to worry about a weapon. But I don't think that the fear it exists is, strictly speaking, unfounded.
Push forward.
There are 8 cards left in his deck, so... And he's still holding 2. So I'm not 100% sure what exactly he is holding on to. Or what he's waiting for, I guess would be the other question.
Push forward.
So normally I would clear that totem, but I do actually want to start pushing for damage on his face. And the fact that I have the healing totem down means that the one damage totem is not going to do a huge amount to him in the long run. I continue to be baffled by the 2 cards he's holding, though, which I'm sure is also equally baffled by the 1 card that I have basically been holding the entire game.
That was a mistake.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
Push forward.
And I probably could have made a totem there, although I'm not actually sure. I'm going to have to test this to see what happens. What happens when you try to make a totem when you have all 4 totems out?
I'm flying!
Although I guess I will not get to find out. He wants to attack his own face and finish the game that way.
You win.
Alright. Basic Shaman. Winning games. Bringing us to rank 23. Alright, so we got the do list. And now we actually get real quests. So you can tell it's a real quest because we have the option to re-roll the quest, which is this little red X button up here. And what this allows you to do is essentially take a quest that you may not like. So for example, if I was looking at this quest and was like, deal 100 damage to enemy heroes, I don't know if I really want to do this quest. I don't know if or maybe there's a better quest out there for me to do. Once per day, you can hit that little button and pick up a different quest. You can never delete quests. You can only re-roll them. There's also another little hidden thing about the regular quests that you get, that you can only get a quest that you've done that hasn't been done in like 2 quests previous. So if I do destroy them all and then tomorrow decide to re-roll a quest again, I won't be able to get destroy them all until I've done 2 other quests. And part of that is just to, I think, create more of a diversity of quest possibilities and really make you feel out the game a little bit more. The other thing you'll notice is that there is a quest for level up, get any class to 10. This is also part of the tutorial quests. This is a great one to do because it gets you a classic pack. There is also a set of quests that you can do where if you level all of the heroes up to 10, I believe that you will get another 100 gold. And the reason you get another 100 gold is you actually also unlock the entire basic set, and you can start using some more of the advanced decks. So really quick, I'm just gonna put all of the more advanced decks on screen here. So we have the full basic mage right here. And this is the deck you'll want to start going towards once you've got all the cards unlocked. This, again, does not include cards that you might get from opening packs along the way. Full basic priest. Full basic paladin. Rogue. Shaman. Warrior. And finally, Warlock. And I'm hoping to have this this VOD up on the website fairly soon, over on YouTube, of course. And then what I'm going to do is post this as an article over on ymhmi.com, just to have these decks available for reference for the future, if you, for some reason, choose to start using them. Beyond this, once you start getting classic cards or goblins versus gnomes cards and that sort of thing, you can start experimenting with new deck art. There's a lot of really great sites out there that can give you good lists to use. And there's a lot of really great cheap decks out there as well, and we might cover that in the future to look at a couple of the cheaper decks to build, and look at what it takes to get those going based on card packs and adventure modes and stuff like that. So the final thing that we're going to do for this particular stream is we are going to open some packs, because I think that is one of the most gratifying things that you can do in Hearthstone, is getting new cards and kind of discovering them. Alright, let's see what we got in this pack. I was a little nervous opening packs outside of my normal account, because I'm always a little worried that I am going to pick up some sort of card that I don't already have in my basic account, and I'll just be sitting there going, I don't have that card yet. So some good cards here. All of them have their uses in various decks. Blessing of Wisdom is a lot of fun. Slam is a lot of fun with Warrior. Blood Imp you don't see quite as often anymore, but there are certainly decks that have used it in the past. And Power Overwhelming, which is a great card in Warlock to have. Siphon Soul is pretty good too. We see it in a deck archetype called Handlock quite a bit. Again, some really great cards out of this particular pack. Explosive Trap is just a staple of hunters. Same with Shadow Step for rogues. Noble Sacrifice you don't see as often, but it can definitely be fun to play around with. There's a couple cards that it can combo really well with other Paladin Secrets. And then Frothing Berserker, which is just a really good staple warrior card to have. Alright, so that's going to be it for the stream this week. Next week, we are going to take a look at kind of strategies for continuing to level up in-game. And I'm going to answer the question of, what is the best set of cards to buy? Because when you go to the shop, you get the option of Classic or Goblins versus Gnomes, and they label this as best for new players, but is it really? And then also, the adventure modes, which are a lot of fun, and whether or not they are worth picking up or waiting for gold on. So I hope you enjoyed the stream and hope you found it informative, interesting. and hopefully you got some ideas for, getting started with Hearthstone. And if you've never played before, I really highly recommend picking it up and jumping in. It's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of different ways to play the game against friends. You can climb the ladder. You can just play casual matches. You can just collect, build weird decks. There's just so many really great ways to play a game like this, and none of them are wrong. None of them make you a lesser player than anyone else. So I recommend picking it up and having fun with it and really exploring it for a while. If nothing else, I think you'll find that it is a great way to pass the time. And then because it now exists on phones and tablets pretty much across the board, it's a great thing you can play, in between classes or, during a break at work or while you're sitting on the toilet, whatever you want to be doing. While you're playing Hearthstone, that is entirely up to you. So you can catch us. We're actually going to have a new episode of the podcast up on Tuesday over on ymhmi.com, so please feel free to check that out. As always, you can talk to us on Twitter at ymhmi, on Facebook /ymhmi, and replays are always available over at youtube.com/you might have missed it. Hopefully, I will see you again next week. And Nate is not scheduled to stream on Wednesday. We're going to need to figure out a new time for him to do that. So just keep an eye out. Throughout the week, I will be doing my regular account Hearthstone streaming, where I will be climbing the ladder, which is my sense of fun. So I hope I will see you next week, and have a great day.